just tried to film the Get Ready With Me where I was going to talk about a specific topic that was mental health related. I did a poll on my Instagram and I was very surprised with how much feedback I got, and I got a lot of really good questions and a lot of good feedback or like topics to talk about, and I just tried to film it, but I couldn't do it. And I was really trying to like push myself to get through it, but today is just not a good day, and I wouldn't be doing anybody justice with trying to film that video and I can't think straight or process what I'm saying correctly. It wouldn't be helpful to anybody. And some days, you know, I can push through and do the things that I had planned to, but some days I can't, and I have to just be okay with that. And I feel like that's good for you to see, because it's not all, you know, perfect, and things aren't always pretty, and things don't always look good. And I feel like with posting on social media, that's what we're so used to seeing, and we very rarely see somebody in their raw form, because we're just trained to think and feel like things just have to be perfect all the time and everything has to be aesthetic. And I'm 100% guilty of that, because I swear I can't post anything unless it's like aesthetic and looks good, and you know, what are people gonna think about how it looks? But I have to understand that my purpose is not to post or record or film videos that are perfect and aesthetic, that I'm sharing my real life and what I'm going through with suffering with mental health issues. So yeah, just come along with me for my day. I'm not doing much of anything, and it doesn't mean that necessarily I'm gonna feel like this all day, but it's how I'm feeling right now. So we'll see how the day goes. I am on my way to therapy. I stopped and got a green juice. I added some like apple juice and cayenne to it, and I don't know if it's the apple juice that's throwing me off or the cayenne that's throwing me off, but one of those things just make it taste weird to me, so I should not have done that. But it's still drinkable, like it's not disgusting. My therapy days are hard for me. I am very anxious today and very, I don't know, I'm not in the best of moods today, which is kind of normal. I'm not usually on days that I have therapy, I'm in a mood, so it's not really shocking that I feel the way that I do today, but I don't really know what to expect going into therapy today. I never know what we're going to talk about or what's going to come up or any of that, but I do know that it's usually always emotional. So that state of mind is when I'm like, I'm tired, I don't want to do this anymore, I don't want to fight this anymore, like I can't. So it's not really safe to be alone when I'm in that state of mind, but it's where I feel the most safe in a weird way, because I'm not having to deal with judgment of other people that don't understand what I'm going through, or having to explain myself of why I'm feeling what I'm feeling, or having to hear, consistently, are you okay? What's wrong? So I feel like it's just better for me to be by myself when I'm in that state of mind. But if I'm being honest with myself, it's not very safe for me to be by myself when I'm in that state of mind. But it's all a process, and I always come out of it and I always get through it. But when you're in it, it doesn't feel like that. And that's why I feel like it's so important for you to be patient with yourself when you're feeling like that, because it's very easy to give up on yourself when you're feeling like that, because you're tired and you're exhausted and you feel like you have no more fight left in you. And so when you're impatient with yourself while you're feeling all of those things, I feel like that's what can push you to give up, versus if you're patient with yourself and allow yourself to feel all of those feelings, you give yourself a little bit more understanding of, this is just how I feel right now, and at some point I won't feel like this anymore. I can't even lie to you guys right now. I am just so I don't even know how I'm feeling. I could cry. I could really cry right now out of frustration, because depression is like, it's awful. It is like the most awful thing that I think I've ever experienced. And I've been through some things, but I feel like this is the worst thing that I've been through. And when you really think about it, depression literally kills people. And that is so scary to think about when you're somebody that's not suffering from depression. But it's scary when you're somebody who is suffering from it. It's scary for people that are close to people suffering it, because it's like this unspoken thing in the back of everybody's mind, like, that's a possibility that could happen to me, or that it can happen to somebody that I love or care about. And that's not something that people should have to deal with. Like, it's literally the worst thing ever. And I am exhausted of dealing with it, and like putting on a brave face anytime I have to step out of the house, like, I'm not okay. Like, I'm not okay. And trying to pretend like you're okay when you're not makes you worse. And I know that there are so many people out there that feel exactly what I'm feeling and know exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm so sorry that you have to feel that and understand that. And I pray for your healing. I pray that you come out of it on the other side better. I pray for your peace of mind, because this is not it at all. I think I need to I have some homework that's due today, and thankfully it's just one assignment, so I'm gonna do that. And I think I'm just gonna do nothing the rest of the day, because unless I start to feel better, then that's different. But as long as I'm feeling like this, I think I need to just give myself time for me and do whatever makes me feel better or feel okay. I might read a little bit, I might watch movies, cry if that's what I need to do. I don't know. But right now, I feel like it's literally sucking the life out of me, and I don't know, I feel like I don't know. I can't even think straight. I really hope that I feel better at some point today. Even if it's just for a second. Like, just for 1 second, to have relief from this overwhelming feeling would be great. And I would be grateful for that 1 second, because feeling this consistently, no. And there are people that feel this consistently right now, feel this consistently. And I was one of those people that felt this consistently every single day. Never getting a break from this feeling. And I am so grateful that I'm not there now, but there are people that are feeling that right now every single day with no break. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But know that you are not alone, and you will at some point not feel that. Maybe not right now, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not a month from now, but at some point you will get relief. At some point you won't feel that. So please just hold on to that little tiny bit of hope that you will get through it. Don't, please don't give up.